everybody is talking about skill swap feature for the warpeds, but basically nobody is telling you which skills actually matter for warped feature of the game, right? Because skills are actually the most important. That's the way how you increase the strengths of your warped, so they are basically your third hero in terms of damage, healing, shielding, and so on, right? We're gonna discuss the best skills for every single troop type in this game for the warpeds, and of course I'm gonna explain briefly how skill swap feature works and how you can actually use that feature, right? Of course, we have to start with the question why this video is important, right? The importance of this video is connected with these coins, right? Everybody knows getting these coins is really hard, especially for free-to-play players, especially if you are still tier 4, right? So how you basically generate this coin, you are selling some of the skills which you know that are bad, right? And you are getting these coins. How you are getting these skills from the merit store? So basically you need to be strong enough to get enough merits to get the valuable skills, right? So basically another way is of course getting these coins by purchasing in the market by money, right? So basically you understand how hard it is to actually get these coins, and with those coins you have to manage them in a way that you will get highest value when we are speaking about skills of your warpeds, right? Because if you're gonna make a mistake, unfortunately, yeah, it will be really costly, right? So that's the biggest importance of this video. So at first, until we're gonna go to the skill swap feature or anything else, we have to speak about the best skills, in my opinion, for every single troop type in the game. So if you are Mage or Cavalry or Infantry, you will have something to watch in this video, right? So basically, in my opinion, let's start with, for example, archers, right? Because I'm an archer player, archer main for 900 days, and I will have highest expertise in terms of archers. Generally, for the archers, the priority attributes are luck, agility, and strength, right? By the way, we will speak about skills which are not talent skills, right? And in the end, I will speak about talent skills. So basically, for archer players, in my opinion, the best skills which you want to have attention is Chain Strike, Intense Chain Strike. There is also Advanced Chain Strike with the crystals, but from here we are speaking about Chain Strike synergy, right? Basically, archers are mainly normal attackers in this game, and I believe the highest value you can get from the skills for archers is from the Chain Strike, Intense Chain Strike, Blood Roar, Fatal Bite, and Angry Roar, right? These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 is the Advanced Chain Strike, which is giving you a healing. I believe these 6 skills are the most important skills for basically every single archer warped, right? Of course, I'm speaking about the priorities, right? And I'm speaking about priorities because these are the best ones. Of course, there is like half good same style of skills for archers also, and they are of course eviscerate, the crit rate one, but of course blood roar is better, right? That's for the luck. For agility, timely strike is the worst version of angry roar, right? So if you are not able to get stars on these skills, and you can have like, for example, 3-star eviscerate, 3-star timely strike, of course that can be nice, but it does not mean that it will be best in slot, right? In terms of crit rate skills, Angry Roar and Blood Roar is amazing and the best one. For crit damage, of course, Fatal Bite is number 1. And I believe Chain Strike is basically good for every single archer warped. It's a Snow Peak Rock, it's a Night Rock, it's the Barbed Manticore, Shadow Manticore. I believe Chain Strike synergy, even with the Advanced Chain Strike, is the great choice if you want to know what's the best archer skills, right? We're gonna easily move on towards the infantry players, right? And infantry warpeds have been really strong, simply because not only they gain a lot of defensive stats, but also infantry warpeds are dealing a lot of damage, right? So for infantries, I believe the most important artifacts are endurance, agility, strength, and luck, right? And of course, endurance for tankiness, luck, agility, strength for HP and damage, right? So let's go and let's check which skills are the most important for infantry players. And let me scroll down. It might be somewhere here, right? Okay, let me get endurance at first, then it will pop up for sure, right? Yeah, Counter-Strike, right? Counter-Strike is the most important skill synergy for the infantry players, and it goes to Counter-Strike, Intense Counter-Strike, and of course there is also Advanced Counter-Strike, which you are getting from the Yggdra crystals, which you get from carry case, right? From the achievements. So basically, it's like a same style as Chain Strike. These are basically most important skills which you want to increase stars, right? Because well, if you want to read it, when your legion is hit with normal attack, basically every single time infantry is hit by normal attack, right? Chain Strike was about normal attack dealing damage. This is about receiving normal attack, right? So it's a perfect synergy for every single infantry warped. It's a rally warped, it's a PvP open field warped. Basically, you want this Counter-Strike, Intense Counter-Strike, and Advanced Counter-Strike to be on a high levels, right? And yet again, also for infantry players, there is a secondary good skills which might be available, but they won't gonna be the best ones, right? And it will be Terra Barrier for more defense. It might be even Heart's Wall for more shielding, and like for Determined Heart, I have seen a lot of Determined Hearts in infantry warpeds, but I believe knowing that Counter-Strike, Intense Counter-Strike, and Advanced Counter-Strike is the priority synergy for infantry players, in my opinion, right? Besides talents, and of course, yet again, I will speak about talent skills later in the video, right? So for infantry, it's Counter-Strike synergy. We can easily move on in terms of cavalry players, right? And in my opinion, for cavalry players, it goes kind of same. Strengths, agility, and luck, in my opinion, is the primary choices for cavalry players to have the high attributes. And here we have a new stuff, right? Fierce attack, intense fierce attack, and advanced fierce attack, I believe, is the primary choice for cavalry players, and also here we have some additional skills which is actually great for cavalry players, and that's also Fatal Bite, Blood Roar, and Angry Roar, right? But we can easily go here. It should be, yeah, Outburst of Rage, right? Basically, Outburst of Rage gives us chance to get extra rage, and the extra rage for cavalry players and cavalry hero players is the most important. Then extra rage goes well with the first attack, because first attack is proccing whenever deputy is using rage skill, right? So we know that cavalry heroes basically work around rage skill. It's a physical rage skill, right? So we are increasing our rage skill potential with the first attack synergy, and of course Blood Roar, Angry Roar goes for crit rate, and crit rate is always great with physical attack damage dealers, and same style kind of for archers. Fatal Bite is the best choice for the crit damage whenever we are speaking about cavalry players, right? Yeah, that's like easily understandable why it's so good, right? And of course, yeah, I also had to mention Tooth of the Claw for the archers, and it's great also for the cavalry players. Yeah, Tooth of the Claw for archers and cavalry players is also a good choice, right? Yeah, that's basically it for cavalry. First attack synergy, Blood Roar, like both of the roars, Fatal Bite, and the rage skill plus with Tooth of the Claw, right? The last troop type which we are missing out right now is of course mages, and for mages the priority is different. That's intelligence, that's spirit, and that's luck, right? In my opinion, the most important skills for mages is follow-ups, follow-up synergy with intense follow-up and advanced follow-up. That's these three follow-up skills which are basically the most important, right? Like same style as Counter-Strike, same style as Chain Strike, and same style as Fierce Attack for different troop types, right? Besides the follow-up synergy, we have important skills here which we have to mention, which is Magic Fortune. Magic Fortune is basically a mage version of Angry Roar and Blood Roar. That's it, like crit rate increase, which is really important for mages, because we are using skill to deal damage, increase crit rate, more skill damage with the rage skill, right? Also, we have Elemental Harmony. Basically, this skill is the Fatal Bite for physical damage dealers, but Elemental Harmony is the same style, but for mages, right? What's the most important? For physical damage dealers, we have 2 crit rate skills, but for mages, we have 1, but we have 2 crit damage skills. So basically, mages love to have follow-up synergies: Magic Fortune, Elemental Harmony, and Magic Spirits. The Magic Pulse is the lesser version of Magic Spirits. So basically, even here we have some nice things, right? Also, some secondary skills. We have Light's Guidance for some crit rate. It's like a lesser version of the Magic Fortune, and also Resonance, which just increase skill damage. If your Warped is basically, the talent skill is basically dealing damage, you're gonna have Resonance, which will increase the skill damage which Warped deals, which is also a nice pickup, right? So yeah, basically that's the magic major skills for the Warpeds, and we always have to mention one more thing for healing, right? Because healing is really important in this game, right? For healing, I believe for Sand Lizards and those kind of Warpeds, I believe there is a couple of great skills, right? One is Tranquility, Warped skill Healing Granted, which is amazing skill. Also, we should have, let me check, here somewhere should be more healing skills. Robust of Body can be nice for the Sand Lizard for increased HP, but we are looking for, alright, let me unclick Endurance and maybe I will see it better, right? Yeah, Great Core, one of the nice skills for the healing, 10% chance to heal every second, which is also really good. And Tranquility we also mentioned, and yeah, I believe I'm missing some of them, maybe there is in luck. Guardian of Oath is also nice for healers, but I'm basically looking for the Healing Granted buff Warped skill, which I always miss, right? Maybe it's in the strengths. Let's check like this, right? Yeah, Divine Blessing, right? Divine Blessing is important. A Warped skill Healing Granted. So for the healing, there is a couple of important skills: Divine Blessing, Great Core, even Gentle Breeze can be nice, and yeah, we mentioned Tranquility here, right? That's for healers. So basically, I just gave you the idea of the most important normal skills which you can get from the merit store for every single Warped troop type in the game. But as I promised, I should always speak about talent skills, which I believe is the #1 choice, right? The talent skills are the skills which are basically unique for every single Warped. Every single Warped has a different talent skills, like Snowy Croak has a Concentration Synergy. For Shadow Manticore, we have Barbarism Synergy. For the Nighthawk, we have Ravage Synergy. For the Sapphire Phage Rake's Banebloom Synergy. I believe besides the normal skills which we mentioned, talent skills should be the one and #1 priority in terms of increasing the stars of your Warpeds, right? Basically, what's the most important feature, in my opinion, for the Warpeds is the talent skills, which you can only increase stars by catching pets. It's impossible to spend money and increase stars on this Barbarian first main skill. So basically everybody should grind, and that's great for free-to-play players, right? So I gave you tips regarding the normal skills for every single troop type in the game, but besides normal skills, talent skills, which every single Warped has, is the #1 priority after you have good stars on your talent skills. Meanwhile, you are building your normal skills, and now you know which normal skills are great to have, right? Yeah, basically that's like full guide for the Warped skills for every single troop type, and of course I remember the promise which I made in terms of skill swaps feature for the Warpeds, right? And it should be here, right? This is the skill swap feature. Basically, primary warped is here, secondary is here. When you can use this skill swap feature, right? I believe the usage of the skill swap feature is that if you have amazing attributes on one warped, you don't want to regenerate more, you're gonna just swap the skills of the warped which has bad attributes, and you are in a win-win situation, right? Of course, there is some restrictions, and the restrictions are here. Warpeds can only swap skills with a warped on the same type, that's normal. The two warpeds must have the same number of skill slots. Yeah, that's the hard part, right? Because you kinda have to regenerate to get the same amount of skill slots. If both warpeds have same talent skills are at different levels, the primary warped will receive talent skills with the highest star rating. So basically, primary warped is the main one, and we are getting everything from the secondary one, right? So I believe if we have amazing attributes on the primary one and amazing skills on secondary one, we're gonna transfer these skills to this amazing attribute warped, and that's how it will be working, right? Of course, it will have some impact, helping to build the great warpeds, but I don't believe it's a game changer, right? I totally don't believe that it's a game changer in terms of warped feature, right? The game changer is that we can everybody should grind for main talent skills 3-star in this game, right? And of course, one more and last thing until we're gonna wrap up the video. Yeah, we can't really see the merits. We can't really see the Yggdra Crystal Warped skills, which is available from whenever KVK starts. So basically, yeah, that's the full skill guide, which I believe was a nice one, and I hope everybody's troop main player will understand my vision of this game and how I'm looking at Call of Dragons and how I'm trying to explain my way of playing this game, right? Of course, my main expertise is archers, but since soon it will be my 3rd year of playing this game, yeah, I can say that I have some expertise in every single troop type. Hopefully, you guys understood more about warped skills than you knew before. If you did, as always, press like, subscribe, share. It gives me more and more motivation whenever you are doing that, right? Thanks for watching. I wish everybody amazing day, morning, and night. We are going to see each other really, really soon. Bye-bye and good luck.